Nobody talks about you, then you are nobody. Then you are nobody. Remember, child, everybody get that problem for head. Oh.
Greetings. I am Priestess Oshun Funke, and today I am coming to do a reading. And it's a very somber, disgusting, and saddening topic. I am going to ask the ancestors, what do we need to know about the death of Atatiana Jefferson? Atatiana is a Black woman, a descendant of the diaspora, who was shot and killed by the Fort Worth Police Department while inside her own home on Saturday, October 12th, 2019. Police responded to a neighbor's call because the neighbor noticed that her wooden doors were open to her home. When the police got there, it's apparent from the police body cam that the wooden doors were open, but the screen door was in fact closed. The police saw movement in the house, they yelled, and then they shot. And she was shot and killed in her own home while playing video games with her nephew. This is yet another example of Black people dying at the hands of those sworn to protect and serve. You guys might remember the Amber Geiger case and the reading that I did on that. And so now we're here to look into the case of Atatiana Jefferson, who was killed, slain inside her own home by a police officer. Okay, the first card I have is the card for the initiate. And so this is talking about going through something. The next card I have is the card for the love child, followed by the card for the provocateur, which is talking about one who is provoked. So the ancestors are saying in this first row that right now the children are being provoked. I have the card for stability, followed by the card for the brat, followed by the card for firm footing or stability, okay? And so this row of cards, the ancestors are saying that you children are stable in the fact that you are ungrateful, in the fact that you don't realize what you have, and in the fact that you don't listen. I have the card for the nobleman. This is talking about our noble ancestry. I have the card for bliss. And I have the card for the shapeshifter. So the ancestors are continuing with their reprimand, and they're saying, children, you come from a noble background. You were once happy in that fact, but you're shapeshifting. You're moving around. You are departing from your nobility, from the regality that courses through your veins. I get the card for the end of illusions, followed by the card for the arrival. So that's saying at this time. And then I get the card for the artist. And this is talking about creative language, created situations, lies, in other words, or deception. So this row of cards is saying it's time to see things clearly. At this time, there are lies. We're being lied to. We're stable in the fact that we're ungrateful for the gifts that we have, possibly because we're not tapping into them, because we don't remember them, because we're not working with the ancestors. Let's keep going. I get the card for the gravedigger shovel. So this is talking about death. This is talking about danger. I get the card for the celebrity, which is talking about some sort of phenomena or something that is well known or receives a lot of attention. And then I get the card for the visionary, So this row of cards is saying that the ancestors see huge dangers. They see dangers the likes of which they've never seen before for us, their love child, okay? Or their love children. For the children that they love, they see dangers the likes of which they've never seen before. So this is a very dangerous time for us, not the time to be ignoring the ancestors or the spiritual gifts that we've been blessed with. Let me keep going. I get the card for self-deception, followed by the card for the big spender. So this is talking about something that's costly, followed by the card for one who is charmed or charisma. So this row of cards is talking about the fact that the way we're deceiving ourselves about this and issues like it, we're being charmed into deceiving ourselves. It's going to cost us in the end. They're saying you guys are in a dangerous situation, okay? The likes of which we have never seen. It's famously dangerous. You're in a terribly dangerous situation and you're deceiving yourselves and not realizing what's going on. It's going to cost you. Get the card for the yogi, which is talking about meditation. It's talking about focus and also contorting oneself, making oneself fit. Okay. I get the card for the father. So this is talking about our ancestors. I get the card for the graduate. So this is saying that the ancestors keep trying to make it work. They keep trying to increase and improve our situation. They're contorting themselves. They're doing everything that they know how to do to help us. I get the card for the deal maker, followed by the card for logic, followed by the card for the mother. So we have the mother's line of our ancestry coming together, saying that right now, the mothers are urging us to deal with logic, to think about these situations logically as they happen. And if you do that, then you will understand that Black people are not safe. Black people are not safe. We're not safe in our cars. We're not safe in our homes. We're not safe walking down the street with a fucking pack of Skittles. We are not safe. And the ancestors are saying that they are doing everything that they know how to do to help us, to wake us up and to make us see. They're contorting themselves. They're doing everything within their power, but we are intent. We are intent on self-deception, and it's going to cost us. Don't want to believe how serious this situation is. I get the card for distractions, followed by the card for deception. Okay, so they're talking about descendants of the diaspora. They're talking about their children. The ancestors are saying, my children, you are distracted and it is draining your energy. Not just your energy, it's draining your power. It's preventing you from seeing things as they are. It's preventing you from remembering who you are, remembering where you come from, the nobility that you came from, the mothers and fathers of civilization. You guys have forgotten who you are. Do not be seduced. I get the card for brokenheartedness, and I get the card for the mystic, which has to do with spirits. So they're saying at this time, do not allow yourself to be seduced by the spirit of disappointment. And I thank you for that, ancestors, Ashe, because it's difficult to not be disappointed and disgusted and overwhelmed with the frequency of these type of events. But the ancestors are saying, don't be seduced into the spirit of brokenheartedness. I get the card for the revealer. So they're going to give us a revelation, followed by the card for the elder. So this is talking about maturity, followed by the card for the ancestors. So here they're saying, do not be seduced by the spirit of disappointment, but revel in the revelation that we are with you and we are old, we are ancient, we are wise. I get the card for unconditional love, followed by the card for the soulmate, followed by the card for laser vision, which is talking about focus. So this row of cards is saying, continue to love each other. Continue to let love rule. Let love be your soulmate, as well as focus. Focus on yourself, your safety, your family. Remain focused on what's important. We're doing what we can from where we are. I get the card for self-reliance. I get the card for the witch. And I get the card for regret. So here what the ancestors are saying is something that I say all the time. They're saying that you guys are relying on yourselves. You're too self-reliant. You lone witches, you powerful people who have realized who you are and what you're capable of doing, instead of joining a community, instead of returning to your traditions, you're working alone. You're hiding in the broom closet. And that's why you guys are vulnerable. That's why these things keep happening to you, because you're not banding together. You're not putting your skills, gifts, and resources together to protect yourselves and each other. And for that, we are full of regret. That's what the ancestors are saying. Things like this keep happening to us because we are self-reliant, because we are by ourselves, because we are witches who are powerful and gifted and know what the fuck is going on, but we're hiding in the broom closet. I get the card for contemplation, which is talking about worry. So the next card I have is the card for contemplation, which is talking about worry or deep thought or meditation, followed by the card for chaos, followed by the card for the assailant. So what the ancestors are saying with this row of cards is that what assails us right now and what they are worried about is the chaos that they see happening within our communities, within our minds, within our homes, our family. It's chaotic to them and they worry about it. I have the card for karma. I have the card for the magician, which talks about being able to make changes or create reality, followed by the card for the oracle. And so here the ancestors are saying the story is that your karma, what you've always done since the beginning of time as the mothers and fathers of civilization is you have created reality. So you've been doing that. You can continue to do that. Perhaps they're even saying that what we're experiencing right now is part of a paradigm that we created. The planet was left in our hands. It was given to us in the beginning. The next card I have is the card for the gambler, which talks about taking risk and strategy, followed by the card for the drifter, which is talking about instability, followed by the card for the guardian angel, and it is upside down. And so here, the ancestors are saying that we're not relying on the angels and the Orisha. Instead, we're utilizing a risky strategy that is leading to instability. So when we talk about the case of Atatiana Jefferson, and we're asking the ancestors, what do we need to know? They have repeatedly said that you are leaning on your own understanding and not on the wisdom, power, and prestige of the ancestors. They're continuing to remind us that the way that we're doing things has led to instability. They're saying that they are doing everything that they can do from the spirit world. They're doing everything that they know how to do to try to help us, to try to protect us. But yet we still cling to these ideas that we've been taught, the deception that we're buying into, and as well as the way that we're deceiving ourselves. They're saying that we're practicing on our own. Those of us who are awakening and remembering who we are and what we can do, we're hiding in the broom closet and we're practicing solo, and we're not rejoining our traditions, and we're not helping and teaching one another. We're leaving ourselves vulnerable. I only have a couple of more rows for this deck, so I'm going to keep going to the end of the deck. Here I have the card for the informant, okay? Followed by the card for the minion, which talks about being on a fool's errand or being teamed up with something that doesn't serve you well. Followed by the card for obstacles. So here the ancestors are saying they want us to know that right now we're on a fool's mission. We're working someone else's plan. And it's creating obstacles for us as a whole. I have the card for the student. Followed by the card for the diva, which is talking about a person who wants things the way that they want them, someone who is kind of bratty and unreasonable. And the last card I have in the deck is the messenger. So the final message with regard to this case from the ancestors is that we need to study our behavior. We need to study how we got to this place. We need to be logical, as they told us in an earlier row, as the mothers came through in an earlier row and said that we need to be logical. We need to look at things logically. Descendants of the diaspora are not safe in this place. They don't care about killing us. And we don't care enough when we are killed, even in our own homes, to do anything about it. We have to do better. The ancestors are worried for us. We need to study what is happening. To the family and friends of Atatiana Jefferson, I just want to give my heartfelt condolences. I pray for your swift healing, and I pray that you receive justice for your loved one. Ashe. Thank you so much for joining. If you would like to book a private reading, you can do so by visiting www.blackspectrumnetwork.com or www.priestessoshunfunke.com. Please be sure to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.
If nobody talks about you, then you are